It's something that I've never really implemented into my yard sale and thrifting routine and rhythm before, but I think it is time. Hello squad, today I am going to talk all about what is on my yard sale list. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, or if you're new around here, secondhand shopping is the main way that we shop for our family. For clothing, for home decor, for useful things around the house, like in the kitchen, toys, games, you name it, we shop for it secondhand first, always. So at the beginning of each yard sale season, which is really like late winter, early spring, I start making a list on my phone. And any area of our home or in our life where I see gaps, I write that down. So I have my notes with me here and I'm just gonna go through them with you. If you are curious about how to make your yard sale and thrifting list and you've never done that before, I have a whole video on how to do that. I will link that up here in the cards, but also it will be at the end of this video. So if you just want to wait, you can watch this one and then go into how to make your own. All right, so the first category for me personally is shoes. I'm gonna go ahead and preface this by saying I do not personally have a lot of good luck finding shoes secondhand. I see people find them. I know that it's possible. Most of the time I just don't have good luck. Now I will say I did find 2 pairs at Plato's Closet a few weeks ago, and you're gonna be seeing those soon in a what I thrifted in March video. So be looking out for that. But I do have a few pairs that are still on my list. So those are a pair of sandals. My sandals have been hanging on by a thread. Last year I actually super glued them to keep them together. So I'm definitely in need of a new pair of sandals. So I've been looking on Mercari. I always look when I go secondhand shopping. The difficult thing about shoes on Mercari is by the time you pay for the pair of shoes plus shipping, a lot of times you could buy a nice mid-range sandal brand new. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. Basically, if I don't find them secondhand within the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna go ahead and find a pair I like online and order them brand new. And that is kind of how I approach secondhand shopping. Is I look secondhand first, but if it's something I really need, I'll go ahead and buy it brand new. The other is a pair of heels. I'm looking for something just when I do have dressier events that I have an option. Gone are the days where I want to wear heels that are yay high. I don't really even think I own any anymore. I got rid of most of them. But just a simple heel, maybe in a nude color, that I could wear to various functions. So again, if I don't find it soon, I'm probably gonna buy that new. I am working on paring down my closet and really having things that work well together and not having a lot. So that's my goal with the shoes. The last pair of shoes is, I don't know if you've seen these cloud sandals. I don't know what they're called. They have like double buckles. So I have a pair of, I don't know what they're called. We call them turtles, like turtle sandals. And I have worn them to the beach the past couple of years. Truth be told, I don't really love them. They're kind of masculine looking, but the main thing that I don't love about them is that they have these bumps on the inside. I'm gonna put a close-up video here so you can see. They are incredibly uncomfortable. They kind of provide resistance against my feet and kind of rub. If it weren't for those bumps, they would be comfortable. And I really just use them at the beach, at the pool. We slip them on if we need to run outside for something at home, and that's really about it. But I've decided that it's time to replace them. Okay, let's just stick on my closet for a second. Basic staple tops. I'd like a pretty like slip cami. A basic white tank top. I did actually just find a basic white t-shirt, so provided that fits well, that's gonna go in my list. That was a Goodwill find, and you'll see that in that video that's coming out soon. And then I wanna find a graphic tee in a neutral color. I'll kind of put some inspiration pictures here, but I love when I see a capsule wardrobe and they throw in a fun graphic tee and they dress it up and they dress it down. I looked last time I was thrifting and I really didn't find anything along those lines. Mainly when I've seen them, they've been black. I don't know if I want to go the black route or if I want to go something that's a lighter color. Black is not something that I normally naturally gravitate towards. So I don't know, I haven't figured that out yet. All right, special blouses. So sort of the way I'm approaching my spring wardrobe is I want those staples in tank tops and short sleeves, and then I want to have my special tops. So in terms of special blouses, I really like the baby doll peplum tiered type blouses. I'll put some inspiration pictures here. I like things with pretty sleeve details, with pretty flutter sleeves. I did actually try some on recently, and I showed that in an Instagram like try on and had people vote on what I should buy and what I shouldn't. But they just were like not quite right. They were narrow misses or big misses, and so a lot of them I didn't end up getting. Okay, pants. I'd like to find maybe 2 good pairs of shorts that are sort of a linen drawstring type material. I've seen some of those in capsule wardrobes that I think are nice. Maybe 1 or 2 pairs of those. And then I'd also like to find a pair of jeans that's a little more like a vintage mom jean type feel, but in shorts. I do have some good denim shorts. One of them I actually found at a yard sale last year. I will link that haul down below. I actually found high-waisted dark denim shorts that fit me perfectly, and I couldn't figure out why, because they were a size larger than I normally wear. Turns out the people who owned them before me actually put darts, like little pleats, in the waistband, so they fit me perfectly, like to a T. So I do have those, but I'd like to find some that have a little more of that like vintage casual feel. I also picture those looking very good with some updated sandals that are not hanging on with super glue. Okay, items for my kids. I'm looking for a pair of white Keds for my daughter. I know that is very specific. For my son, I'm also looking for shoes. I'm looking for tennis shoes. I'm looking for dress shoes, either in their current sizes or in the next size up. So if you follow me, you know that I don't mind shopping a little bit ahead, especially if it's something that I know undoubtedly they will use. As far as clothing for them, we're actually kind of good right now. Whenever I first had my children, and kind of up until this point, anytime I saw something that was cute in a previous size, I would pick it up. And because of that, and because of hand-me-downs and family members thrifting things for us or gifting things to us, we're really good right now. So as far as home items, I don't really have anything specific on my list. Number one, there aren't a lot of huge gaps where I see things that we need. But the other reason is I don't really know a name for my personal home style. I feel like for the most part my things go together well, but I've never really had a name for my style. I didn't really think that mattered. I actually have a video where I talk about the fact that that doesn't matter. And it technically doesn't, but I'd still like to know. So what I've been trying to do is when I see an inspiration picture on Pinterest, or lately my favorites have been magazines. I like magazines much better because it's narrow and it's curated. I've been trying to really question myself and say, what do I like about that image? Sure, it's a pretty image, but I probably don't love all the pieces in it. So what do I love and why? So yeah, that's why I don't really have anything on my list yet, because I really want to have a name for my style before I move forward. You know, I know that it's not just farmhouse. I know that it's not modern. I glean inspiration from so many people that I watch on YouTube, and I'm kind of at that point where I have a lot of great things in my home, and for the most part they go together well, but I don't know what to call it, and I'd kind of like to know. And that is my total list. I mentioned that I don't really have many kids' clothes on my have to find list, and I don't have kids' toys, books, games on my list. That doesn't mean I won't buy those things, but what I'm going to do is implement the one in, one out rule. It's something that I've never really implemented into my yard sale and thrifting routine and rhythm before, but I think it is time. I'm sure you are familiar with this rule, but if you're not, it's just when you bring one thing in your home, you hold yourself accountable that you have to send one thing out. I declutter pretty frequently, but it's not an automatic one in, one out. And I want it to be where we come home from yard sales on a Saturday and I lay my things out and I say, okay, we got a new game, another game needs to go. I don't think this has to be something that everybody does, but we're really entering into a phase of life where it feels kind of crucial for me to do. So we are implementing that rule specifically with clothing, with toys, with books, and with games. Games and toys especially are really bulky, but also I just got through this morning actually reorganizing my kids' drawers, and we are maxed out. We have every category covered. Things fit. We got out the things that didn't. So we are good. All right, you guys, well, I hope you found this helpful. I find it helpful to really see what other people are in search of. And I think, you know, if you're not used to secondhand shopping, there can be this stigma that you can't find certain things. And you really can. You just have to look. You have to know what avenues are out there. You have to be patient. That's part of it. And be content. And that's one reason why I like secondhand shopping so much. You know, I don't have those specific pieces, and sure, I could go online and buy them full price, but it's really worth it for me to wait and find those things and then splurge every now and then on those really core things like sandals. All right, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you check the reference links down below. I have many other helpful videos, and I will be talking to you in the next one.